How many people in chat have heard about the time that I broke both my elbows? So basically, when I was like 13ish, in like early high school, I used to ride scooter, and I used to go to the skate park like every day, cause like that was where my friends hung out. One day, I like dropped down a ramp and like went over like a hump, and my scooter bars like twisted like 90 degrees because I just like lost control. And obviously like when the front wheel goes perpendicular to where the scooter's moving, the scooter stops, but I don't. So I went flying over the top of my bars, like flipped 180 in the air. So I was like facing backwards, and landed like elbows to the concrete on like the ramp opposite, because it was basically, I'm opening up paint. So basically, there was a ramp that went down like this, and then there was a hump here, and then there was like a really steep ramp with like one of those metal things at the top, here. I dropped in here, and like went down this ramp, and when I went over this hump, my bars twisted, and my scooter stops here. This is where my scooter is. We'll do a quick drawing. This is the smallest scooter in existence. So my scooter stops here. I go over the bars. I turn around in the air. So I'm like facing backwards at this point, falling like this. And I land like on the concrete here, and my elbows go like straight into it. And I don't remember this fully because I think I hit my head. And got like a mild concussion. So yeah, like my elbows hit this, and my head probably did as well because I had a migraine and I also don't remember it. So, and yeah, in that moment that I hit the concrete, I broke both of my elbows at the same time. I went to bed because I had a migraine and that's what I normally do. And when I woke up, I had my arms under the covers, and like every time I tried to move them, it hurt. So like I just screamed as loud as I could for my mom, and she like came running up the stairs. I'm like, I can't move my arms without it hurting. Like I think I may have broken something. So she took me to the hospital. We went to A&E. And they did like x-rays on my arms, and it sucks because when they want to do an x-ray, you have to straighten it out. I'd just been holding them like this the entire time when we were in the car, and they make you like fully extend your arm to do an x-ray, and yeah, that was probably the most pain I've been in at any point during my life. And yeah, they came back with the x-rays like 5 minutes later. They're like, yeah, your left elbow's broken. They didn't know that the right one was broken, because it had swollen up so much that they couldn't see the actual, like, break, because there was just blood in the way. So, yeah, they only actually put a pot on this one originally, which was kind of nice, because I feel like having, like, no access to either of my hands would have sucked. And this one also wasn't as broken, and it healed fine. My arm's fine nowadays. I had to wear a pot for 6 weeks, which those 6 weeks in school were pretty good, because you got to leave the classes, like, 5 minutes early, and you could take someone with you so that like you didn't get pushed around on the corridor. So yeah, me and like one of my friends would always just get like at the front of the lunch line every time, which was pretty sick for 6 weeks. I obviously didn't like ride scooters at all like during that time because I couldn't. The only thing I could really do was play video games, and at this time like we would like go home and play video games on an evening, but like I wasn't like a huge degenerate yet. And I think honestly during those 6 weeks where like I was pretty much forced to stay inside because I couldn't do anything else, I think is like where I really became like a like full-on degenerate video game player. I always think this is an interesting story because the course of my life was probably like very much altered from like that one event. And who knows, I might not be speedrunning today if that didn't happen. My mum texted me the picture like a year ago of me when I broke my arms because she put a post on Facebook about it. There it is. I think it was in 2016. So I was 13 in this photo. The 6th of May 2016 was when this shit happened. That was the story of how I broke both of my elbows when I was 13, and probably the defining event that eventually turned me into a degenerate speedrunner. So yeah, there you go. For those who didn't hear the story, that's probably the most detail I've ever told it in, so you're welcome. Let's get back to the gaming.